All right, there he is. There's your Running Man. That's right. The remake of Running Man is actually happening. That's right. Forget about that 1987 Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Some people love it, some people hate it, but we're going to get a new one with Glen Powell. That's right. The hot guy from Maverick. He's in Twisters, and that's when he was talking about this film, talking about some of the details, working with Edgar Wright. Now, Powell's actually gone back to Austin, Texas. He'll be working on his degree, finish his degree in the middle of filming this. And he says, I'm not going to be sitting in a class with other students on the regular. I'm basically going to be coming back because I have to finish up. I'm going to be shooting The Running Man in the fall. I'm going to be in London. I'm going to be going back for proctored exams. They're letting me figure it out. Distance learning. I'm obviously going to be coming in, zooming in for classes, whatnot. I have to back for proctored exams. We're figuring that out for 2 or 3 times a semester. So the Running Man thing is a very interesting thing. It's going to be working towards a 2025 release date. Edgar Wright is actually on board to be the director for this, which I think is actually probably one of the positives. Glen Powell has actually been very selective. He's talked about some roles that have been offered to him that he has said no to because he didn't feel like they were good characters, or maybe the character didn't have any arc. He talked about this, I believe, more specifically with the Jurassic World franchise, where he's totally passed on that for now. It's going to be adapting the previous Richard Bachman, which is the Stephen King pseudonym, Running Man series. Obviously, Edgar Wright has worked with Michael Bacall, who's in the story work here. He adapted Scott Pilgrim versus the World with Wright, with a graphic novel done back then. We're going to see some interesting things here about a faithful adaptation or not. What do you guys think? Powell has kind of like shot to a movie star because of Maverick, and then of course now having this Twisters role. He's done some other stuff as well, but this is going to be kind of a big thing for him. I wanted to see what your guys' thoughts are. I kind of had this on my radar screen. Something I was waiting for, like a really big update of some kind. I think that Stephen King's books will probably forever be adapted in some way, shape, or form. We've had Carrie, Shining, It. We've seen early adaptations, and then we've seen newer versions come along. Some work, some don't. The one thing for me that worked the most in the original film was probably Richard Dawson as game show host. Richard Dawson, of course, had a feud. He was really the guy that you love to watch on Match Game. He was flirty with the ladies. He had all this charisma. He was funny. So having that sort of juxtaposition and having him be the evil mastermind and having this sort of callous and almost malicious approach to doing the show and having these prisoners basically cursed to die in some way, shape, or form was what made Richard Dawson's character really resonate. Who do they bring in? There aren't game show hosts like that now. There aren't really those type of figures I think of or come to mind. I was thinking about like Drew Carey because he does Prices Right now. So I thought maybe that could be interesting, something like that. I don't even know if Drew Carey's interested in doing a film or not, but trying to find something that would create a completely different feel. And I think that's what Running Man did well, right? They bring in, Jesse Ventura to be one of the bounty hunters. They had Jim Brown, the famous NFL running back. I think those nuances, I know it sounds silly, it sounds cheeky, it sounds cheesy, but those are the kinds of things that made Running Man work. It wasn't just Arnold. It wasn't just one-liners. It wasn't just the silly fights and ridiculous costumes and all that. It was this incredible metaphor and commentary on how much civilization would go for this, right? That we would have televised bounty hunters hunting down prisoners with this fake belief that they could actually survive. I think that is still something that with the age of social media and streaming, most of us would be like, yeah, we can kind of buy this. All right. So now you have Glen Powell being this, up and coming action star, up and coming Hollywood movie star. Okay, can we surround him now with other characters or figures, even bigger names or names that were bigger in the past, but not now? So I just thought this was a really fun film to kind of bring to the forefront of conversation as we kind of head into the weekend, that kind of thing. And I just wanted to kind of scratch your brain out there, guys. What do you guys think? So let me know. I love to hear from you guys. Take care, everybody. I am Pops.